Testing sound. Hello, Andeh.
Hello, hello. Testing, testing. One, two,
Testing
three, one, two,
complete.
three, bro.
All sound checks clear. We are clear for takeoff.
Welcome to Sudden Death TV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is BPS speaking, and with me tonight I have Andeh. Are you there?
Yo, yes, I'm out of prison, Salon, just so you know. I'm no longer in prison.
Prison Break Andeh finally returns.
I am
Welcome.
alive.
So it's been a really long time since we had you in the scene, right? When was your last visit?
I think my last cast was actually it's almost 3 years ago now, I think, from my actual last cast.
Was it QH-Land 2017?
No. I did some cast after that as well, but then I met a girlfriend, and I didn't spend a lot of time. I broke my leg. I met a girlfriend. I got arrested. Everything went out of the way. Like there was no Quake World in my life.
All right. Yeah, you've been away. We've been missing you, but here we are finally. Finally, what's the word? Get together online again in these COVID times,
Yeah,
right?
in the COVID times. Yeah, that is true. And boy, have I missed like a lot of this game. Like, someone tell me in chat. Like, I know BPS will have the answer, but I want to see what the chat says. Like, how did Lordlame manage to get to the grand finals against LocKtar on dm4? Can someone answer this? This would not have happened 3 years ago when I did my last cast.
Wife is different. Yeah, it
Wife is
could be
different,
a
indeed,
coaching
Link.
wife, maybe giving the massage during in game and serving the beer and everything.
Yeah, but okay, since Link only he talks a lot of bollocks, BPS, maybe you can tell me what happened. Why is Lordlame so fucking good right now?
Yeah, he has something extra actually. He's bringing something new to the game that the game haven't really experienced before. At least I was taken or caught off guard by his playstyle when I faced him. I played him twice, and he's the reason why I'm not up there. I lost to him now in a 3-2 series, very close games. But he's very methodical, very patient, very mental fortitude and mental strength. So it's very much more a psychological game playing him than the aiming game and the more traditional duel.
I mean, you say that it was a close 3-2 game, and you're right. You actually lost 3-2 in maps, but you won the first map 17-9. Then you lost the second one 35-3, and the third one 23-7. You got your ass handed to you. I got it. I'm sorry, my friend. Like, I have to take the piss at you a little bit for that.
Yeah, I don't know really what to say, but he played extremely solidly, and you know it's about counting mistakes. I made 3, he made 2, so he won. That's an
I mean, yeah,
exaggeration, but
that is
it's
true,
very
yeah.
much he's pushing the limit to your how long you can wait, your patience. And in some strange way, he always get the game to a position where you have to take the initiative, and he's safe around that corner, just waiting for your move, and that's extremely hard to play against. And I know LocKtar will be prepared for this, at least mentally. They haven't played each other in a very long time, but he's mentally prepared for it, and it's going to be extremely interesting to see how he handles this new kind of gameplay.
Yeah, so you mentioned it before that before we went live, that Lordlame is the kind of person who can spend like 6 minutes behind the corner just waiting for you to make the move, which of course is the incorrect move, and then you die and you might even lose the game because of that one thing. So would you agree that, like, I kind of made a joke, but is he like the new age dog?
Yeah, he's a force to be reckoned with. You mean dog like another player dog? No, no, you mean
No,
the top
like
dog dog.
I mean dog as the player dog who was actually pretty good at. Oh
Ah,
no, I
dog.
actually
All right.
I accidentally banned Link. Oh no. What I mean is that 47 messages were deleted. I'm sorry, Link. I'll get that fixed. No, but what I mean
Wow.
is like the playstyle. That dog was pretty defensive and would do things like that. That's what I mean.
Yeah, he was the inventor of that playstyle in that era, and I think Lordlame is the inventor of this playstyle right now.
What is the difference? Like, how would you describe the difference?
I'd say they're pretty similar in style. Maybe aiming is not their strongest, but I mean, if you have great position, you don't need to have a reactionary aim so much. So it's not about the aim; it's the mental part.
Yeah, but you expect LocKtar to be ready for this. He knows about this playstyle, I assume.
Yeah, I played LocKtar a couple of days ago, and he has been out of shape lately. But in recent days, he just found it. You know, when he's in his zone, he's unstoppable. So let's see if that will be enough.
Maybe the COVID-19 thing has actually brought LocKtar back to becoming the beast that we all know that he can.
Yeah, but he's also been
like...
very ill in the past 2 weeks in fever and flu and stuff.
Yeah.
But he should have recovered by now.
Well, it also allows for a little bit more time for Quake, I guess, in general, because LocKtar did have a pretty long break, as far as I remember, I think.
Yeah, he had.
I don't know if he completely stopped playing, but I know that he wasn't too interested in Quake for a little bit during my hiatus when I was gone.
Guys, I need to stop right there because the players are getting what's the word? Here you go. Let's go into it.
Alright, wait, I need to find the correct QTV actually.
I'm on the server and you're not. Players are waiting for us to go, so we shouldn't hold them back any longer. So let me just see that the sound works, because we had some audio issues during the countdown. Chat, just tell us that you hear the Quake sounds and we're set to go. No chat. Yes, we have a yes. That is, you hear the Quake, you hear us, and let's tell the players they can get ahead. So it's best of 5, guys, only dm4.
Yeah, and, only dm4. Like, it's been a while. Like, I remember the Airwalk tournament and all that, which was very similar. But it's been a while since we only had a dm4 only. Anyways, here we go. We're 5 seconds to start this.
Let's do this. It's gonna be interesting. Fight. Lordlame missing
Lordlame
rocket jump.
Missing the first rocket jump, but he still gets the first frag. So still decently good start for Lord. But missing that first rocket jump, that could be so detrimental.
Yeah. A bit cold start symptom, I guess. Also uncharacteristic by LocKtar.
Yeah?
He just gave away the first frag. Very not like LocKtar.
Yeah, actually, he heard everything that Lordlame did. He heard the miss of the rocket jump and everything. He probably didn't have to give away the first. And now LocKtar is in the sneaky mode, which is not really going to work out for him this time. But this is what you have to do on DM. You have to play very... Like, if you don't have control, you need to find some way to get the drop on your opponent and just be annoying. Like he's trying to be now with the boomstick, just getting a little bit of damage in, trying to force Lordlame to go for the armor and then maybe get the lightning gun and maybe have a chance to kill him.
Yeah, this is the position that Lordlame wants. He craves it, and he plays the best from this position, being up 2 frags now. So look at his patience coming out here.
Yeah, so this is like, I know everything about how LocKtar plays, but it is very interesting. Nice frag, by the way, but it's very interesting for me to see how Lordlame is gonna handle this. He has a very good start. He has a 3-0 lead. He did lose the red armor now, of course. Here comes the fight, but he still wins that fight. He didn't even take damage from that fight, by the way. That's a full red armor kill without taking damage whatsoever. So he has perfect control of the map right now. He has perfect timing. He knows exactly that red armor just spawned. He has everything he needs. this is so interesting to me now to see how he handles it.
Yeah, it's
How
the
he
perfect
handles a
setup
lead like
for a
this.
great game.
Yeah.
Because what I see, LocKtar haven't really showed his sharp teeth yet. He didn't do anything yet in the first 2-3 minutes here.
Now this is LocKtar's chance though. Lordlame is here in the red armor room, and he can. I guess this is what you were talking about before. Okay, actually, he does make the escape, and he makes it without taking a single damage again. He doesn't have any rockets or anything, but he still managed to escape. Now he should die here. He should die here if LocKtar recognized how much damage he did.
Yeah, that grenade pulled him down, but yeah.
Oh,
He
he's
unexpectedly
so smart, though. He's so
exited
smart.
the red. It's very unpredictable now, Lordlame.
Oh, that was a nice rocket from LocKtar.
Notice also that Lordlame really opts to go for the megas, even in control. That's a pretty uncharacteristic dm4 tactic.
Yeah, on dm4, it's such a risk to go for that. But if you have complete control over where your opponent is, and if you predict where he's gonna go, you can actually do that move. But if you make one misstep and you get stuck in the mega room, then you fucked up.
I'm gonna switch over to LocKtar's POV now to see the aggressor.
Oh, okay. Poor LocKtar with the spawn.
Was it a mutual kill? I actually missed it.
It was a discharge from Lordlame. He got them both. Of course, he died and killed LocKtar. LocKtar spawned Mega, however, so he
Oh, tough times.
got, yeah. I wonder if LocKtar is a little bit nervous because, like, the last, I don't know, 10 years or whatnot, LocKtar has been known as one of the best dm4 players in the. I don't know. Maybe he always feels like this stone cold, player who never gets nervous. But I think when it's like something like a dm4 only tournament, that is one of those situations where LocKtar might actually feel some nerves. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I think so. But also, he doesn't really know how to attack him. He's heard about Lordlame, but he hasn't practiced a lot against his playstyle, so he's hesitant, and he needs to get into that, very smooth moving, aggressive style that he's used to.
LocKtar needs a faster game than this.
Yes,
this is way
faster.
too slow for LocKtar. This is not where he shines. This is not the playstyle where LocKtar is the best. Once again, Lordlame is just chilling. Okay, oh, what a nice fight from LocKtar. Oh my god, that lightning gun.
That's 100%.
Yep, that's 100% shaft, dude. And here we go. LocKtar is gonna get this red in 2 seconds. And unless he gets pinned here, and he doesn't, this is his chance though. It doesn't matter that he doesn't have rockets. Like, he should win this fight, this next upcoming fight.
Did you see there? Lordlame just ran to Mega at first possible chance. He's so confident down there. He's synonym with.
Is he gonna stay in there now? Is
that
his
definitely.
Playstyle?
Yes. He and Link are the speakers of the Mega Room.
Maybe I was correct in accidentally banning Link then, I guess.
But LocKtar has great sneakers. Let's see how he times this attack.
Actually, really badly, unfortunately for LocKtar. And this is actually, this is such a nice play from Lordlame. He recognizes that the attack was not good from LocKtar, so he immediately pounced on the opportunity that he got. Perfect. I love that. Some people will just, like, even if they somehow repel the attack into Mega, so they stay in Mega anyways, and they just wait for the next Mega or whatever. But Lordlame, he recognized that he dealt a lot of damage to LocKtar, and then he just went for it. He went all in. And LocKtar is in trouble here.
Down to 2 health at one point. But
yeah,
I think Lordlame got low as well.
Yeah, he did for sure. But he also had the opportunity to get red, of course. So this is exactly what you were. This is exactly what you said, by the way, before about his tactical play. understanding when to attack, and I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. And now there's nothing forcing him to ever leave red armor room. Like LocKtar needs to make something happen. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
you see the minutes just run away on the clock.
Yeah.
LocKtar don't know what to do. He's just holding down positions.
2 minutes 50 seconds, and LocKtar is down 3 frags, and he's just spamming away. Like he needs to do something. Lordlame doesn't even need to leave.
And you know, eventually it'll only be 1 minute left or 30 seconds, and then it's only 1 attack left, and you're gonna lose that. So
yeah, and that's when the panic sets in, and you might even do a bad attack just because you kind of force it.
spot on.
Oh, what a nice move from Lordlame, actually. He completely fooled LocKtar. You don't easily fool LocKtar. You don't trick LocKtar where you are on a map like dm4, but Lordlame managed to, so...
He experiments with the random positions.
Yeah.
Confusing LocKtar.
LocKtar, actually, watching LocKtar now, like, he looks a little bit like, a little bit lost. A little bit confused, I guess.
2 rockets left. 1.
Link is asking for more POVs, by the way, so if you want to change more... Oh, Lordlame with the kill. This, actually, I would say this is game. Unless something crazy happens, but if Lordlame continues to play this, like, strategically, there's no way that LocKtar turns this around.
Clock is running out for LocKtar.
Also, feel free to change your POV as much as you want. Like, I have your...
You're following me.
Yeah, I can see what you see anyways.
Yeah, let's go over to LocKtar and see what he's up to. He's mega now. Here comes the attack. So smart exit by Lordlame.
Yeah.
But perfect attack. Nice, LocKtar. Here's your chance.
He only has 50 seconds. It's only 3 frags on dm4. It's nothing. But if you're as tactical as Lordlame seems to be, I don't know if you can even get 3 frags in 40 seconds. He has red, he got yellow. I don't know, dude.
40 seconds, 3 frags. And he lost his mega now. This is the panic moment.
Yeah, this is where he's just gonna go for it, yeah, and he's gonna lose it. Unfortunately for Lock. I understand his idea though. Like, of course, you have to go for it 100% and just try. But you wait. I feel like he waited too long. I think he should have had that like desperation moment like 2 minutes earlier or something like that, and not when there's 30 seconds left of the game, because that fight was not actually very good for him. It was just completely all in and just flipping it, trying to win the fight. So first game goes to Lordlame, 9-1, a very low scoring game for a dm4 game, but or dm4 match, but still impressive.
Yeah,
impressive.
You see, Lordlame, he's a player.
He's nothing to joke around about. This is not what I remember from him 3 years ago or 4 years. LocKtar gets the better spawn here. Oh, LocKtar is out for blood. How often do you actually spawn red, rocket jump up to LG, and then you go straight into Mega just to kill the guy?
It's a desperation or frustration move, actually.
Yeah, like it's like he's pissed after the last game, I think.
Yes. Oh, finally.
Look at the aggression. He's almost too crazy, if you ask me.
But he wants to get up the speed, as we mentioned before.
Yeah, he needs a faster game rhythm.
And see, now he backs off. Lordlame in the position he wants, but that's a nasty LG.
That's the LocKtar LG that we know.
5-0. Quick ones.
Yeah, so last game it took us like, what was it, 7 minutes to get 5 frags. Now it's taken us 50 seconds to get 6. This is the kind of game that LocKtar wants. Even if he loses one of these fights, he's gonna continue going fast. It's just gonna be full rock and roll from here on out.
I think so too. And Lordlame is not very prominent in being down. So I'm gonna switch over to him now. That's a nice mid rocket. Almost hitting the ledge rocket.
Yeah, you have a point actually. Like Lordlame seems like the most annoying guy to play against when he's in the lead, but I don't really know how good he is at chasing a.
Yeah, let's see how his speed shoes are polished today.
But then again, LocKtar also has a very different play style. He doesn't play like Lordlame would when LocKtar is in the lead. LocKtar wants to continue having a pretty fast.
Yeah, his two styles crashing into one another.
Yeah, very different play styles for
And I
sure.
think actually Lordlame is walking out of his normal playing comfort zone. You see, he's being aggressive, although he doesn't need to. And I think that's putting devils in the brain of LocKtar. He's not expecting him to be aggressive there.
I still feel like this feels like 100% control from LocKtar. Like he is comfortable in this situation. Like, of course, anyone is comfortable when you're up 10 frag. What I mean is that the way this second game is going, I feel like this suits LocKtar. I don't think that he's nervous about this game.
Maybe not, probably not.
Oh, that's a nice move from Lordlame, by the way. That rocket jump was perfectly timed, and now he's got control. He's gonna get that was actually nice maneuvering around the map.
Yeah, he's very quick to the armors actually, from the big escaping out to yellow and red.
Yeah, LocKtar got caught off guard. He thought he was gonna take the teleporter, but then he rocket jumped up and took the went to red instead, which was really nice. Oh, what a fight actually!
Great
That is so
grenade
good.
combo. Hit one grenade and one rocket.
Yeah. LocKtar is in trouble here.
Yeah, I mean, Lordlame is getting the longer stick all the time here. LocKtar's stack is totally draining.
The longer stick.
I mean, straw. If LocKtar would be Lordlame, he would have backed off to Mega long ago. But LocKtar wants to take this middle room fight because he's so confident in here.
The thing is that it's 10-1, so it looks super dominant for LocKtar. However, we still have 6 minutes left on the clock. Like, he could easily lose this if he loses one bad fight. Oh, that is a good fight for LocKtar, though.
That Hornet sting from his LG.
Yeah, it gives him entire control. He doesn't even have to go for the red here. He can just chill, do some damage, and then go for the red. That was like such a crucial fight for LocKtar. It also gives him the kill here. Peekaboo, dude.
Everyone's missing their rocket jumps from tonight, from low.
Yeah, those holes, they can be very annoying.
Someone cement them.
I can't believe no one has done that for 24 years.
Yeah, I've always been longing for a ice version of dm4 with ice instead of lava. Never saw one.
Yeah.
12-1.
But oh, that lightning gun from LocKtar is just nasty. I guess being sick doesn't hurt his LG.
He's so seasoned and routine, so he can pick up his old shape in a couple of days actually.
Alright, so it feels so weird. It feels like this game is so much longer than the last one, because last one didn't have this much action, but we actually still have 4 minutes left in this. It feels like this has been like, I don't know, this one should be over, but it's actually not.
Totally different landscape of the game.
Yeah, like 2 completely different games.
Let's head over to Lordlame again.
Yeah, let's see what it does. Alright, now he knows where LocKtar is. He's playing it so smoothly and safe, which is okay normally, but with 3.5 minutes to go and down 13 frags, he kind of needs to do something. Oh, that's a smart play, by the way, with a with a grenade launcher. LocKtar was
Very
ready
nice
for
jump.
it, but it was a very nice attempt. I've never.
Yes.
All right, that's a nice frag. Nice one.
LocKtar better spawn.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's no way. I don't know. You can put anyone against LocKtar. If you're down 17-2, I don't think anyone wins that against LocKtar on dm4.
No, it's more about polishing
No,
the turd.
exactly. Now, like for Lordlame, he needs to think that okay, we're 1-1 now. I won the first game. He needs to remember what he did in the first game and get back to that thing. Because if he plays like that, then he can definitely win the next one. But he needs to understand, like, don't think too much about this game. Focus on the next one. We're back to a 0-0 or a 1-1 score, whatever you want to call it. Like, from now on, it's going to be a best of 3 instead of a best of 5. And then focus on that, because he's not going to win this game. So now he just needs to, like, he needs to realize that he cannot play this kind of game against LocKtar. This game was way too fast. And that favors LocKtar. He needs to go back to the way he was playing the first game, which may come down to the very first 1 or 2 frags maybe, but then he really needs to make the best out of those 2 first frags.
Yeah, both maps has had very sloppy starts and explosive starts with
And
failed
missed
rocket jumps.
yeah.
So very weird, and it's going to be interesting to see the remaining maps, how they start, if they starting to cool down, and yeah, the mind game is so interesting here.
To answer a bit about the chat, by the way, I don't think LocKtar actually plays with a view height of -6. I think he plays with 0. He's just very used to how to shoot your rockets anyways. I don't think that he plays with a -0. At least he didn't used to back in the days.
I'm not sure actually. I thought everybody played with -6.
No, and the thing is, when I started playing in 2009, I actually built my config from a config from LocKtar, and at that point he was always playing with 0 instead of -6, even though -6 is the one that makes most sense. But then again, it's also like in some ways I think that playing with 0 is actually like beneficial in some ways. If you're in a shaft battle with someone and your lightning gun versus their lightning gun, it's kind of nice to not have it straight in your face. Like the enemy lightning gun is gonna aim towards your body more if you play with 0 instead of -6. So in some ways, I think it's better. It's harder with the rocket launcher though, and things like that.
Yeah, hitting over the ledges gets harder.
Yeah, exactly.
With 0.
Yeah.
But some players did script that, you know, like I think it was Recall that had a toggle for it, depending on position.
Yeah. Yeah, especially on dm4, right? Like when you come out from the red, and I know that people, I think it was Recall that would change his view height only for escaping red room when you take the teleporter, so you could shoot upwards without messing up anything. But we'll have to ask him. We'll have to ask him afterwards.
Game 3 has started. Let's get into it.
So the first frag is going to be super important. LocKtar has the way better start. And Lordlame is going to have to do that. He can take all the time that he needs here. The first frag is going to be so important for him. He missed the rocket jump, but he still survives.
A failed rocket jump can be
Deceiving.
put the opponent, yeah, deceiving. LocKtar didn't expect that.
He's still in a very bad position here, but a little bit better than before. But I don't see him winning this next fight. So we might see another game, maybe similar to the second, but we will see.
But trust me, this is the situation Lordlame thrives. Just standoff.
Oh, I can't believe that.
See?
I can't believe that. What just happened? Oh, and he survives. I can't believe that he allowed Lordlame to just get that mid control only to take the red. That feels so weird to me. Of course, Lordlame is super low
he
here.
reads LocKtar's moves very well.
Yeah.
He goes
Perfect
out
timing.
of rooms. Yeah, with perfect timing.
He is in bad shape here though, and LocKtar could attack before this red. No, he's not.
He was delaying the red.
Yeah. Still very low on HP. Once again, he makes a perfect escape. He gets the health bubble from the teleporter. Now he's at a full red. He has the lightning gun. He has the rocket. He's played this so perfectly when it comes to maneuvering. He didn't even have to fight for this, so to speak.
Right. Exactly.
He just maneuvered around the map perfectly and got himself into a perfect position to win the next
even
fight.
better now.
Yeah, even better now. There was a fight involved, but now he's so much stronger than LocKtar. I am impressed. I gotta say, I'm really impressed. He has to be careful though, because you know that LocKtar's lightning gun can just pin you and kill you within a second. Oh, I like that. Did you see that? He did the trick jump. Oh my god, that is so beautiful. He did the trick walk from the stairs without making the falling sound. So LocKtar had no idea that he was gonna attack. That was such a beautiful move.
Delicacy.
LocKtar dies again.
Yeah, he burns 1-1.
1 to -1. This is perfect.
Yeah, it's
Lordlame.
-1, right? My HUD numbers aren't showing very well.
LocKtar killed himself, so it's actually 1 to -1, and this is like the perfect thing for Lordlame. Like now he can get the same kind of gameplay or the style of game as the first game. So let's see if LocKtar actually figures out like a way to break this this kind of like defensive playstyle. Oh, this is so sneaky by Lordlame. I love how he maneuvers around the map.
Yeah, he has some aces up his sleeve actually. Very silent and deadly.
Look, like it took LocKtar 3 peaks to even know where Lordlame was. Like he had no idea where he was. And Lordlame is back, and he did the trick again, by the way.
But he hesitated.
Yeah. I think that trick can be so useful sometimes. So what the trick that I'm talking about for viewers that don't really know, from the quad stairs. Oh, actually, let's see this fight. That was perfect from LocKtar. Actually, really perfect.
Yeah, he heard the first grenade hit, so he attacked very nicely.
Yeah. This is actually a very nice chance for LocKtar to get back into the. So we're tied at 1. LocKtar. Oh, that was a pretty good spawn though for Lordlame. So okay, we're essentially resetting here. Once again, a perfect escape. Every time. It's like he has like wall hacks or something, knowing exactly what LocKtar is gonna. Oh, that was actually not very good.
It was a gamble.
Yeah, it was a gamble. No, but what I was trying to explain, from the quad stairs, you can get down to the SNG area. Oh,
nice.
The discharge. That is so beautiful. What?
Yes, he did it.
Actually, just do that.
Yeah, intentionally, definitely.
Well, yeah, of course it was intentional. I just can't believe that he actually pulled it off. That is actually, it's very hard to do that. Not the discharge itself, but the timing of it.
Yeah, and LocKtar is used to it. He should have had time to react and back off.
Yeah. But Lordlame actually made it work. So now we're tied at 2, and he has a great opportunity to. It was also like the perfect timing for a discharge as well to go for that. It's a gamble, of course, every time you do it. But if you make it work like Lordlame did, it can turn the entire game around. And now we're actually on even footing pretty much. He has the lightning gun. He has 100 cells. He has the red. And he doesn't really have to attack here, actually. He doesn't really have to move, to be honest. He could wait for LocKtar to make a mistake.
Normally Lordlame doesn't attack in that position. He does that this game only. It's very confusing to me to see this.
He does it again! Oh, but LocKtar wins the fight. Very nice fight from LocKtar, actually. but he still got fooled. So Lordlame did the quad stairs walking without making noise once again, and it fooled LocKtar. LocKtar was shooting grenades the wrong direction, but then LocKtar still managed to win the fight, and now Lordlame wins another fight. Okay, this game is all over the place.
Tense, to say the least. LocKtar gets away with the red.
Yeah, but Lordlame has the lightning gun. He can stay here for another 10 seconds.
Slowing it down.
Let's see if LocKtar attacks before the red arm spawns, or if he's gonna play it safe. No. Okay, he's playing it safe.
Shaky shafts, LocKtar wins that. He is less shaky. That's an area where LocKtar rarely miss.
I think that is a fight you should just never take against LocKtar.
Yes.
It was a bit of a bad decision from Lord. You don't win that against someone like LocKtar. But maybe he expected LocKtar to be somewhere else or something. Like maybe he just misread the situation or something. That brings LocKtar in a 4-3 lead, and here comes a very, very important fight. LocKtar is down to 9 HP, and he's gonna go for it. I thought he was actually gonna stay in there for a little bit, but nope. He gets the yellow, he gets some HP, and now he's actually in a great position. That is another that is like the routine coming in from LocKtar, knowing exactly how to play the situation.
Yes, and those cells hits though, very accurate.
Yeah,
even under pressure.
I think at this point that's kind of what we expect from someone like LocKtar, to be very active. So what really intrigues me and what gets me really interested in how they maneuver around the map, and LocKtar just played that flawlessly. Like he knew exactly how to handle that. He got to, even though he was down to 9 HP, he managed to get the yellow, he managed to get the health bubble on top, and then get a very good lightning gun battle, and just maneuvered it perfectly.
Let's switch over to Lordlame.
All that routine.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah, LocKtar has some tricks of his own.
1 minute.
I was expecting the axe. I thought the axe was gonna come out.
Yeah, I even have a axe stat on the HUD.
Oh, really?
No axe. Yeah, but no axe in 3 maps yet.
That was the perfect moment. Like he was like hovering in front of LocKtar. He could have just axed him instead of boomstick. All right, 50 seconds. This is not where Lordlame wants to be. Having to catch up 7 and having to attack LocKtar. That is not. It should be the other way around for Lordlame to feel safe, or feel like what's it called? Like comfortable in the game. So yeah, this is gonna make it 2-1 in LocKtar's favor. This game could have
another delicacy.
Yeah, Lordlame read it perfectly though, but
yeah. And LocKtar has come into his zone now. He can play around, toy around with him, breaking his mind.
Yeah, this is where LocKtar just has some fun, even though the scores are still kind of tight. But I'm sure that he's not happy about that discharge though. That was such a nice play from Lordlame.
Real game changer.
However, LocKtar still won the game, so 2-1 in LocKtar's favor. This is a match point.
Yeah, match point. 5 seconds to go.
Take us away, BP.
Fight.
Lordlame red, finally in the upper hand of the first spawn. On the hunt, but hesitates. Let's see how long LocKtar's patience is here. He's actually very good with a teleporter boomstick, you know, just hitting those smallest pellets of the shotgun.
I dare to say that LocKtar is probably the most annoying person when he has nothing.
Yes.
When he doesn't have a gun, he doesn't have armor, maybe a green. but he is the most annoying person. Just what he's doing right now. This is so annoying. Like, this can get under your skin. Look at him.
And he peeks out at various intervals. Very hard to read.
So this is what LocKtar wanted. LocKtar wanted Lordlame to go for the red armor. That's what LocKtar's mission. That allowed LocKtar to get the lightning gun, and now he has a fighting chance at least. At least he has a weapon. So very nice play from LocKtar. That is like the perfect, like, that it's textbook.
Also knowing he's one map up gives him a bit of more room to experiment with.
A little bit of leeway, yeah. Nice read from Lordlame. Oh, also understanding that LocKtar would go for the pack.
So
LocKtar did spawn red armor, however, so he has a fighting chance here. But let's see if Lordlame pulls off one of those annoying tricks that he has as well.
Yeah, jumping over to LocKtar now. Being down 2 frags.
I'm rooting for Lordlame a little bit here. It would be really fun to see a decider. Who is gonna, like, we know that LocKtar has like nerves of steel. He's like the Duke Nukem of Quake, but at the same time, if he's in a 2-2 situation and a final map, that first spawn can mess with anybody's brain.
Of course, yeah. And even though he have nerves of steel, in a clutch situation like a decider, you start hesitating. Even though you're not nervous, I mean,
you start second guessing yourself.
Yeah, exactly, all the time. Oh, nice hits here, LocKtar. Evening the scores, no? Yes, he does, and the red.
That was also so smart, by the way. It was intentional for the viewers that didn't understand. LocKtar could have killed Lordlame sooner, but he intentionally let him survive for a few seconds, because otherwise there's a risk that he respawns at the red armor and gets it and then turns the map. So it's always better to allow him to live, even if it's only with like 10 HP, so that you secure the armor before killing him. Perfect play from LocKtar.
Yeah, it's a totally different player we're watching here compared to the first game.
Yeah.
Total control and domination.
He's in his zone now, I feel like. I don't see him looking nervous or anything. His LG is very, very on point.
You see, he snaps with the mouse all the time. Micro adjustments. Yeah. That's a sign of him enjoying the game.
Ooh, he wasn't gonna fall for it the second time.
Attempt 2 failed.
Yeah, I hope that everybody got to see how LocKtar just hid. He was hiding from that discharge because it could have happened. He was so scared. That is one thing that could turn this game around for Lordlame. But LocKtar wouldn't have it this time. He didn't. It won't fall for it twice.
9 frags now. Lordlame going into desperation mode, it looks like. Does he have any more aces? Yeah, exactly. What can he do? He's just hoping for a red spawn here.
Yeah, this is not gonna work out. Oh, that's a nice double rocket jump from LocKtar to get up to the yellow. The nice any form of armor. LocKtar is playing this perfectly. When he plays like this, I don't know. There's not a lot of people that can beat him.
Yeah, you see there he jumped, exited to yellow, although he could have taken an advantageous fight. Very just securing things. Don't want to risk it.
Yep.
But that was an
that was actually not smart. LocKtar should have known that that pack actually contained lightning. I think he got surprised about that. I think he forgot about that pack even. And this is actually a chance. He still has 5 minutes.
Good hit from Lordlame.
Oh, it's a beautiful rocket. He does the trick again! Look, LocKtar has no idea because he didn't hear the sound. He uses that every single time from the quads there. Every single time he uses it. That is so beautiful, and it catches LocKtar off guard every single time as well. Oh, that was a really bad rocket jump, however.
Overzealous, yeah.
Yeah.
Never jump into that chat.
I just want to emphasize so much how nice that little quad stair walk is. Like, it is so beautiful when you make it work, and you see LocKtar just shooting up towards the teleporter, has no idea that Lordlame is in his face.
Yeah, it's not in LocKtar's playbook. He gets totally caught off guard.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. But Lordlame did get the kill, however, so he does have a chance here. He doesn't have the armors though that LocKtar does.
The game is alive.
For sure, for sure. This is not over by any means. And I'm rooting for Lordlame. I would love a game fight. Oh. And a bad spawn for... Oh, no, okay. LocKtar kills himself, which means that Lordlame actually has a very, very good opportunity here.
Back and forth, tennis game here now.
Yeah, this is so weird. Such a weird game, actually. No one really having control at any point. Let's see.
Time is really ticking away. Lordlame have to throw himself like that. Perfect.
Yeah, he has to play kind of LocKtar's game a little bit. That was not a red armor, by the way. It was just a spawn, so nothing.
LocKtar backing out through the
Oh,
telly.
this is a red, though. This is a red. That is a red for LocKtar. And now maybe LocKtar is feeling it. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna camp it out a little.
Yeah,
maybe he realizes that he's the game is slipping away for him.
Yeah.
This fight is actually crucial. This next fight could determine the entire game.
And he tries again.
Yeah, but LocKtar was ready this time. He was aiming the right direction. Even though he didn't hear the sound, he was ready for it.
Lordlame didn't hit the first rocket. Very even here.
Oh, LocKtar is so low. He needs this kill now, Lordlame does. He needs to get this kill, and very quickly. He's down 7 frags.
2 minutes.
Which is...
Oh no! Just shift down. LocKtar often does that.
Like, oh no, he's feeling it. He's making mistakes now, Lordlame. He's making some mistakes when by just walking around and like falling down, but 5 frags, absolutely doable. Win this fight, please. What an amazing lightning gun from LocKtar, by the way, and a little bit shaky from Lord.
Yeah, he has to restack yellow. Oh, nice commit.
Yeah. That's a red armor spawn. 3 seconds until it spawns. Oh,
he does it. Are we seeing overtime?
He's very low on HP. Oh no, that's a very bad rocket.
Gives away armor control.
Yeah. LocKtar could seal the deal here. Nice first rocket, But the red is there for LocKtar to grab, but he isn't.
No!
Oh.
1 pixel away from overtime. Very close. Otherwise, great attack by Lordlame.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if LocKtar plays this correctly, he cannot lose this anymore. But this game was the best one out of all 4 of them, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. Nail biter. I think even LocKtar was started to feel it as Lordlame clawed his way back.
When it was 15-12, I think that LocKtar really was feeling the nerves. Well, now he's just playing around. I mean, congratulations to LocKtar, of course. Lordlame still impressed me so much.
Yeah, and very nice game.
I just love how he does the quad stair walk. So he drops down without making a sound. You have no idea where he is. That is so amazing. Not a lot of people, use that very often. Like, a lot of people know how to do it. They just don't utilize it during games, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. use it as the silent attack. Very nice. Also, that grenade jump from below yellow up to yellow.
Yeah, it just sounds so. Imagine from LocKtar's point of view. So what you hear is that he's spamming grenades, which is very common. That is something that people do all the time. And then sometimes, accidentally, you take damage from one of your own grenades. That happens. So from LocKtar's point of view, what he thought is that he's just spamming grenades and accidentally took some damage from his own grenade, and that happens. That is common.
Down low,
but in fact, what he actually did was use it as a grenade jump to get up to upper yellow, which is like, that is such a smart play. Like,
free right up.
I don't know, 200
Very
IQ,
nice.
right there.
I think actually that time LocKtar won that duel, but I think
the idea is great.
The idea is great, and Lordlame really showed his hands, and LocKtar should have respect for him now, if he didn't have that before. It was a long time they played against each other, so it was very much trying each other out in the beginning.
How are these games different between your games against Lordlame?
Pretty alike, I think. As I was saying during the cast, I'm confused to how he plays. He exits rooms when I least expect it, even as a caster. I don't know how else to put it. It's totally unreadable.
Super unpredictable, which is kind of what LocKtar usually is.
Yeah. And
but it gets into the head in a different way, you know?
Yeah, when before the game, LocKtar is prepared like, oh, Lordlame is super Counter-Strike player, like he's gonna stand around all the corners. That's in the head of LocKtar. But when he isn't, it's very confusing. Suddenly he attacks when he shouldn't, and all that's very, very messy. Yeah, as Link points out in the chat, he played the same style against me.
Yeah, I am super impressed. I've heard of Lordlame, of course, for many years, but always has like this B tier player, kind of like myself, like never one of the A tiers, you know?
Yeah.
Or S tiers, so to speak.
Did you know he was previously under the nick of Mixu?
No, I had no idea actually.
All right.
I know that I'm in some WhatsApp groups and whatnot together with Lordlame, but I've never really like talked to him a lot. I've seen him around on servers, and I always thought of him as like this, you know, maybe A tier, B tier kind of player, not S tier, not like a LocKtar or a Recall or Milton, you know.
Yeah.
But apparently he really has improved a lot.
Definitely.
He impressed me a very big amount.
And this tournament, which is dm4 only, fits him like the hand in the glove, right?
Yeah, how does he do on other maps? I don't know. You have probably played him lately, I would.
Yeah,
maybe not in a tournament setting, but just you know, fun game.
We have met in tournaments, but I can't remember how they ended. This is definitely his strongest map. I'm sure of that.
Right.
But he's pretty decent on the CTN, I think. DM2 definitely. Maybe
DM2
DM6.
sounds kind of like up his alley in the way of playstyle.
Totally. But I've played him on Airwalk, so there he has a bit left to improve. But overall, it's a player that really has improved a lot in the recent years.
I don't think that the playstyle that he seems to utilize a lot, I don't think that goes very well into an Airwalk setting. First of all, Airwalk takes years and years to become really good at, and then that kind of playstyle is also not really fitting for the map, I think. So exactly. I can see how Airwalk might be his weakest map, probably.
I think so, yeah. So this puts LocKtar in the first position of this tournament, the dm4 tournament. Very, very nicely played, and congratulations to LocKtar. Lordlame second. Well played there.
Who came in third, by the way? I haven't paid too much attention to the bracket.
Yeah, it's between Kip, you know, Fu Kip, the Finnish Kip.
Yeah.
and myself. So we
Okay.
haven't scheduled or played that yet. It's
All
gonna
right. So
happen anytime soon.
you have a third place match to play
Yes.
at some point. Okay.
Link is requesting a URL to what? To the wiki. I should share that. Yes, I will do that.
Just spam it. So what else has been happening in the Quake World scene? Like I said, and as most people listening or watching, everybody knows that I've been gone for a very long time. I haven't been around. I haven't been casting. So what else is new? Who's the new kids on the block? Who's owning it up?
In the
Is
duel scene,
in the Quake World scene?
yeah, it's mostly like it was 3 years ago. Milton on top. But in the duel scene, it's pretty interesting. You see new faces actually. You know, Speedball or
Yeah, I
LPH.
was actually about to ask about him. How is he doing? The Frenchman.
The Frenchman is a very dangerous Frenchman, very top ranked, I would say. Also, we have the Russian danger Dot. You know about him?
Dot.
He has Dot or Mersic.
Oh, Mercy. What does he play still? I thought he went on a 5-year break or something.
He plays
I
still,
did.
yeah, but he is
Oh.
on like 60 hertz monitor or something, so he can plug in his 144 hertz when there's a tournament going on, but so he doesn't practice a lot.
Oh. That
But
is a very sad reason not to get practice in, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. It's 2020. It's not 1996 and
yeah, but he's very crisp, has the right fundamentals, like LocKtar. You know, he doesn't need very much practice. He just jumps in and dominates. Very crisp, and he often plays with the Bulat 2-on-2s just for fun.
yeah,
Bulat is around as well, but he didn't.
that's nice.
He didn't join this one, the dm4 one. Also, we have a threat from Norway coming up, Makism.
Oh,
You know
what?
about him?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I know him from years back, but he was literally like a D tier player, like a very beginner, like much of a beginner back when I saw him play last. But maybe so. I guess he improved a lot as well.
He's climbing quickly. Is very fast, very heavy on the aim, very nice, and also well rounded on multiple maps. So cred to Makism.
Yeah, that's amazing actually. And I was gonna ask more about Speedball, by the way. He nicked NPH before, right? Before he changed to Speed.
Correct.
Yeah. Has he branched off to like more maps than just Airwalk? Because I remember him being insanely good on Airwalk, but that was kind of like his one.
Speedball, yes, definitely. He's very well rounded on most maps. Maybe not dm4. If I'd call that his weakest.
Okay. Okay. I see.
And of course, Locust hammering away, but he's not as often seen. He's more reluctant, but he chose not to join this dm4 tournament as well. I'm not sure of why not, but I have a secret information that I know there's another tournament coming up after this one, which is
Oh.
going to be a one map only tournament as well. I'm not going to spoil the map, but I'm gonna say that Locust is gonna love it.
I have some ideas of what it could be, and I know exactly what it's not. I think everybody knows what it's not, at least.
Yeah, it's not dm2. That's certain.
Exactly. Oh,
Locust
Locust
in the
is actually
chat.
in the chat as well. What's up, bro?
Are you pumped for the upcoming one, Locust?
I mean, I would also guess Aerowalk, but we've had a couple of Aerowalk tournaments the last couple of years. I mean, the last one maybe a couple of years ago. But I would guess something else, like a Bravado or something like that.
Like a newer one.
Yeah, more of a Kenya map. Yeah.
But I think Link is the admin of the brain behind this, and I think the intention is to roll through most of the maps, one at a
Yeah,
time.
like yeah, one tournament at a time on every single map. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could get like LocKtar on voice with us to have like a little winners, not like interview, but just see what he thought about the tournament and like how. Especially, I want to ask him questions about Lordlame because I've talked to him a little bit the last couple of days about the tournament, and um it would be like he told me some things about Lordlame, and of course you told me some things, but I would like to hear it from him like officially as well.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
inviting him now. Let's see if he replies.
Yeah, and he's just finishing up this overtime. It seems like he's in a game right now
Oh, okay.
with Lordlame, a 3 minute overtime.
Another
They're
one
tied
on
at
dm4.
yeah, they're playing for fun, of course, but
Should we jump in and watch that?
I'm already watching, so you can join all you want, bro.
I should, as Lordlame is in the lead.
They're actually on 14-14 now, and it's already overtime. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining of over. But of course, after this is very popular in when it comes to Quake World. You have either the people that once you lose a tournament, you instantly quit and you just say GG, and then you have some other players that just like, okay, well, good games, let's play some more, and then you play completely without nerves because there's nothing on the line. And I think Lordlame seems like that kind of player that just enjoys playing. So now he's playing completely without nerves and just playing for fun.
You know, originally LocKtar was known for his dm2 play, or yeah, he was very great at dm2, but even himself is saying he's better on dm4. You can tell he's so fluent, and just moves around so smoothly. He looks like he's born on this
even
map.
a couple of years back, I don't know if anyone in the chat hasn't seen the documentary, the mini documentary, 16 years of dedication. Go and watch that, and LocKtar actually talks a little bit about his favorite maps and so on. And I think it's been like a misconception. I think it was like in the very early 2000s when everyone was playing on kind of bad ping and everything, and LocKtar got known because I think he came out of nowhere, right? He came out of nowhere and started beating people on dm2. But I think pretty quickly after that, I believe that dm4 became his favorite map. It was just that dm2 got him famous. Like his dm2 play was what really got him a name in the Quake World scene.
Yeah, he invented so many fast moves and double rocket jumps and stuff on dm2 that nobody expected.
Yeah.
But I think he finished that book. He couldn't take it any further, so he moved on to dm4. And also, it's more suiting his aim, his great aim, to have the lightning gun.
Yeah, I mean, he has a very, very good lightning gun, so it feels a little bit weird that like dm2 would be his best map when you're such an accurate aimer. But then again, he also excels just by tricking his opponent and just doing the unpredictable things, and that of course suits dm2 very, very well.
Yeah. LocKtar winning the bonus map, 18 to 17.
Let's see if he can respond on Discord if you asked him. Otherwise, I'll call him from my phone or something.
I can type in the chat.
Yeah, do that too. Get him on here. I want to hear his opinion. Also, they were both playing on 38 ping, by the way, that's decent. It's not 12, it's not 25, but it's still okay for a map like dm4.
So we have LocKtar on the line. Will you be so kind to invite him?
Absolutely, I will. Give me 1 second.
Baresi wants Lordlame in as well. Maybe we can grab him afterwards.
Does he want him at the same time, maybe? Or
I'm asking now.
Because then maybe we could go to some official channel, maybe on the Quake World server or something like that, instead of making a huge private call. I mean, both the same time could probably be fun. I'm sure that Lordlame is super respectful towards LocKtar because LocKtar is sort of a legend in the game.
Yeah, sure. But LocKtar is asking how to join.
Yeah, no, okay, but I don't have Lordlame as a friend. But is there any Discord? Lordlame, I
All
see you
right.
in the chat, by the way. Which Discords are you on? Maybe we can just go onto the Quake World Discord together.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go. All right, so Lordlame, LocKtar, go to the Quake World Discord and join the channel when you can, please.
Nice. Here he comes, LocKtar muted and deafened, but soon enough we'll hear a winner's interview with Dennis the Menace Larsson from Ekerö, Sweden. How does it feel, LocKtar?
Oh, if you hear me?
We can hear you.
Just make sure to use your push to talk button, or if you use voice activation, um, speak close to your microphone. If you
Okay, I have it. Very close. Can you hear me? Testing, 1, 2.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind
you
of
are.
breaking up, so talk into the mic.
You're cutting out a little bit. Maybe try using voice activation just for the interview's sake. I mean, sorry, push to talk.
Work.
We hear you like, wow, like a dog bark. So
When it
just
comes to these technical things, we always have some issues with LocKtar.
LocKtar wouldn't be the winner. No offense, LocKtar, you're a great technician. At least with cars and fixing stuff. And a lot of stuff.
When something needs fixing, you get LocKtar, but when it comes to like setting up a PC thing, then he's like he can probably build a PC better than most people, but he can't use the PC.
But you guys
Are you
can't
there?
hear me now.
No,
Yes.
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay.
But you are still cutting out. I think you need to lower the sensitivity.
Or swallow the microphone. What is the scores? It's a 3-1, yeah? Maybe we should print
3-1
out
LocKtar
the map
was
scores.
the end. Yeah, maybe you can add that to to the page or the front, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe we can start with Lordlame, by the way. Hello, dude. Can you speak?
Yes, I can speak. Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Not too bad.
I mean, you did just lose, so that's kind of a bad question, I guess.
I lost to a great player, so it's not really. I didn't really. I think I could fancy winning 1 or 2 maps, but kind of beating him over 50 minutes or is a tough ask to. It would be a tough ask to do. I think I played okay. The last map, I had a bit of a. I wouldn't say a sound issue, but I didn't hear him coming for me, and that was the only part of the game series that I would have been a little bit disappointed with. But oh, I always played LocKtar when I came back playing, so I knew it would have been very difficult to beat him, or even get a frag, to be honest.
So I have 2 follow-up questions. First off, are you Irish?
I am Irish, yes.
I could hear that. That is amazing, dude.
Thankfully.
Secondly, on DM4, you use the little walk from the quad stairs every single time to the
Yeah.
SNG area.
Yeah, I cut him off. I was catching him with that all the time, which I was quite surprised with. Because I actually learned it from him doing it to me, and it
Oh,
was
really?
yeah, it was effective. Like a lot of the DM4, I would have picked up from him sculling me all the time. Like he would beat me. I used to play him all the time in 2016 and 2017. So I'd say it's probably from playing him that I've gotten somewhat decent at the map. And he knows he did know, like he knew my ways, or he used to know my ways anyway. and I think my lightning gun has probably improved a little bit since the last time we played.
When you listen, if you do listen back on the cast that we did, I did praise you so many times for using that, because you actually made it work and you caught him off guard so many times only
Yeah,
through that one simple move. Like, so many Quakers, especially the good players, they know how to do it, but they hardly ever utilize it. But
yeah.
you did it like 3-4 times every single game, which was something that really stood out to me.
Yeah, one of the times, or I think probably once or twice, I done it, and I couldn't pick up the cells either, which is super tricky. But I got around it because I only really kind of like doing that move when I have 100 cells, so you don't make the noise picking up the
Yeah,
cell
yeah.
pack beside GL, but you can still you can still get past the pack without making a sound. But I think it's a very effective move now. Like when I was in the ammo room at times, I was convinced that he was going to do that to me. So like I'm like a cat with all my hair standing up, just waiting for him to come in somewhere. So
I think it took I think it took till the last game, actually the fourth game, until LocKtar actually caught on to the fact that you were, for once he was actually just aiming towards you and just
yeah,
waiting for you to do it. But before that, you caught him off guard so many times, and
yeah.
I praised you a lot for it. I think it's such a cool move, and it's really hard to pull off, in especially if there are nerves involved or something like this. The smallest like misstep, and you fall into the lava.
Yeah,
So
it's risky, but it is. You can clip off and fall into the lava. Yeah, for sure, for
yeah,
sure.
so I thought that was amazing, by the way. But
Thank
as
you.
you might have known, we also talked a lot, because of course you might know that I've been away from the scene for quite, and you've improved so much the last couple of years compared to what I remember you as, maybe like 2014, 15 or whatever.
Yeah,
You've improved and actually become a really good player.
yeah.
How how did that happen? Like, did you just grind it out, or like, what was the secret? How did you become such a good player?
I think I like on certain most maps I can play most maps. The one map where I'd have difficulty against great players is Airwalk, but I think I'm kind of more of a tactical player, and I've always been a tactical player. Like it's like thanks for saying that I'm great and stuff like that, but would it compared to say 2-on-2 and maybe 4-on-4, I'm a lot weaker there. Like when I'm playing, I kind of feel like it's a game of chess all the time I'm playing, like, and I don't really care if I win by one frag, or 5 frags or 10 frags, whatever. I like to play better opponents, I think, all the time. I really dislike to play lesser experienced players. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why, like, I just prefer to play against better players because I learn from them. Whereas if I play against the weaker players, I kind of get sloppy and I do mistakes. I think that's one of the differences as well, is that when I'm playing, like, I personally think that you can always beat me. I'm a beatable player, as in like I make mistakes and stuff like that. Whereas the likes of, say, Milton, LocKtar, Locust, BPS, if you make a mistake against them guys, they severely punish you for it. But I think the improvement has definitely come from playing better players all the time and not, sticking to the comfort zone or anything like that at all.
I completely understand what you mean. I can relate very much to that, because I was a complete garbage player back in 2008, 2009. And then me and BPS actually had like 2 years of just spamming airwalk pretty much every single day. And that is the only way that I could find made me a better player.
Yeah.
So I completely agree, and I think that is the way for anyone else listening in. If you want to become a better player, go lose. That is the
Yeah,
only thing I can tell you.
drop the ego. You have to drop the ego at the door as well. Like that's
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. And the other thing that kind of helps as well, which I didn't touch on, is lightning gun. The lightning gun in the game is super. It's a kind of like a turnaround weapon for me, as in, like, if I have the lightning gun and green armor, I think I can kill the opponent, if that makes sense. So even good LG practice, I practice my LG against the bots. I'm not great at POV dm4. I'm not great at aim modes, but against the bots, it gets me warm, and I think it kind of comes true on other maps in dm4 especially.
that is true. Once you get comfortable with your lightning gun, even with only a green armor, like you said, you can actually still kill your opponent if you get a good drop.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, to anyone listening, it might sound really boring, but going out there and just losing to better players and losing over and over again, and see the small progression that you're making, that maybe you lose with a couple of less frags, and eventually you might even beat them. And it actually happened to me. This is like my own little uh so I actually once knocked BPS out of an Aerowalk only tournament, and that was like
Nice.
the top of my game, and that was the result of just losing to BPS thousands and thousands of times. I eventually beat him, which of course was like the height of my own performance. I agree with you. Just play better players, and eventually you will become good. So I take it that is what you've been doing lately. Have you been like active, like really active, like the last 3 years or so?
I'd say I was super active from, say, September 2016 up to, I'd say, about Christmas 2019. I've had a bit of voice surgery lately, which is which is kind of, although I've had a bit of voice surgery, which is, I wouldn't say has knocked me off the game, but I found that from having the surgery, when I come back to play, I'm not playing as much. However, one other thing that I forgot to touch on is that I seem to, this is going to sound weird, but I think I get better every time I take a break. So when I say I take a break, say for example, if I go on holidays for 2 weeks, or if I, stop playing for 3 or 4 weeks due to something, I don't know, work or something like that at all, I think when I come back, I'm very rusty, but I seem to improve. I know that sounds weird, but that would be something else. That would be some other small bit of advice that I'd give out. Don't, like, grinding over and over and over all the time is great, but I think sometimes a break now and again, for me, works anyway. I feel like I come back a better player even after like 2 or 3 weeks.
You're actually touching on something that is actually popular in sports as well. Sometimes just getting some distance to process things, let your brain process things. When you get back, you actually understand the game a little bit better,
Yeah.
which is actually true in everything actually. What so to get back to the tournament, what did you think about the tournament? Like, obviously you did really well. You got second place,
I think the
and
tournament. I think the tournament was brilliant for me. Again, this is one of my favorite maps. I think it was the biggest complaint that I'd have about it was that it was stretched too long. It was far too long. I think, and sometimes that can get the interest. It can kind of wean on the interest a little bit. I did think that I would make it to the final, and I did kind of think that I would kind of play LocKtar in the end. I like the all the opponents that I played. I actually had I think the closest, or one of the closest games. The BPS games were close, right? But I actually think the guy Holly, Holy Holy, like, he's a fantastic player. He's an aggressive player. And I think I would say that he gave me the toughest game. I won 3-0, but I feel that he gave me one of the toughest games in the whole tournament. Like, I was very lucky, I think, to win 3-0 as well. Now I would beat him on a regular basis, but he was. I have a lot of respect for that guy. He doesn't. I don't think he has a backwards key at all. He just goes plus forward. But I think the whole tournament was great. I think the structure was great. I think the next time we run a tournament, we probably should go for like a semi-final final setup, and not like a group of four at the end. That would be another critic that I'd have. But like, everything else like that, I think like it would be great to do more like the likes of DM6, CTN. I'm gonna say Aerowalk last, but like, yeah, no, I think it's a good format, but it needs to be kind of. I would try and get everything finished for me within 4 weeks max, not the length that it's taken from here. But I've definitely enjoyed participating in it, and I think I'm happy with the way I'm happy with the way it's gone as well. Like, as I said, it's no skin off me to lose to LocKtar. He's a fantastic player. So yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's a
Lord
great
Lame.
way to end it on. Of course, Link, take notes, listen to what he's saying, and congratulations for getting second place.
Yeah,
I'll
I want to
tell
say
you that
congratulations as well.
I did not expect that. But of course, I've been away from the scene, and I'm so impressed with your improvements. You are so incredibly good now. But
Thank you.
we also have to, and feel free to pitch in whenever if you want to give some friendly banter to the LocKtar. But we do need to talk to LocKtar as well, the winner of the dm4 tournament. How are you feeling, LocKtar, after that win? If you're here,
You hear me?
You're still cutting out, but yes.
I think the excitement has got to him.
I'm
It
so
must have.
excited. I'm just sitting here and screaming.
LocKtar, can you go into your settings and enable push to talk and use a button to speak with? I think that would help. And in the meantime, I guess we'll just wait.
Yeah, Lord Lame, very nice games. Great watch as well for the stream. And you were touching on that jump from the quad stairs, but also I wanted to ask about that grenade jump you did from below yellow to above yellow. Uh, was it
Yeah,
intentional? Do you use it a lot? Can you tell us about it?
yeah, I use it a lot. The idea behind it is that what I try and do is I try and spam out of yellow where the cells is. So the idea is that the player. So I usually the optimal point for me to do is when I have five or more rockets. So I would spam one grenade, two grenades, throw one up, spam another one, and then I jump. The idea being that that noise that gets made, hopefully the enemy thinks, I'm after getting a smack of my own grenade and that I haven't jumped up. It worked very well against you. I'm not sure how well, I can't really recall how good it worked against LocKtar. It works against most players. I think the one player that it doesn't work against is Speedball. He seems to know every time I do it. So when I'm playing him, for example, I'll do it, but instead of coming out the top, I'll go out through the bottom. So it's a tactical move more than anything else.
Yeah, I was praising your game because you're so unpredictable on which exit are you gonna take. I can't read you at all.
Yeah,
So
on a to reveal a bit of game plan, I think the best exit. It depends on the weapon. If I've got a rocket, like going out through low is so risky. It's so fucking hard to. It's like if the enemy has lightning gun and they're somewhat decent, even with a full stack of red, like it's so risky to go out the bottom. If I have lightning gun, I'll go through the bottom, but I do prefer to go out through the top exit. So that's
Don't
it.
don't don't give away too many secrets. But I
save
was
them.
also praising you. I think it's an amazing move because a lot of people will spam their grenades and then accidentally take a little bit of damage from your
Yeah,
own grenades.
yeah.
However, if you mix in a grenade jump, people will expect you to just accidentally damage yourself. They won't expect you to actually get up top. So I think that's an amazing move as well. But I think that we now have LocKtar fix with a fixed settings. Try to say something, LocKtar, please.
Okay, push to talk. Does it work?
Much better.
Nice.
Much better, much better.
Amazing, amazing.
Tell us, how was it winning this tournament? Was it super easy? Was it easy beating Lordlame?
No, I mean Lordlame has always been tough not to crack, so to say. And it was not easy this time either. I mean, he has really improved a lot. So I thought that after the first game, I was like, this is gonna be really, really hard. So if I don't have any spawns with me, it's gonna be really rough. But yeah, with some luck and some good shafts, I got it to work.
Yeah,
Loktar, can I ask you?
go ahead.
Um, so this is an old Nabe question, but how did you prepare for this tournament?
I haven't practiced anything at all.
All right, just the same
That,
answer as
that
Nabe
is the Nabe
said.
answer
A
as well.
dream hack, yes,
That is the Nabe answer.
Yeah. Next
perfect.
question. Thank you.
So let's get into the game. So the first game, you lost. You got a bad start, and Lord Lame is obviously amazing at playing from ahead. When he's ahead, he's very hard to. Now we all know that you are a player that is very good at also playing from behind. You're very good at like catching up to people, but you didn't manage to crack him on the first game. So tell us what happened there.
Well, I think he got the red spawn the first game there, and I knew that if he gets the lead, it will be really, really rough to get back to him. He has mastered the play that is very passive in a very good way. Like so, you cannot flame him at all when he plays like that. So I know that I need to somehow unlock the key there, and I didn't do it that the first game there. So it was hard. It was hard, but yeah, that's how it is sometimes.
Then of course the second game seemed a little bit like more up your alley. more the kind of game that you enjoy. It was way faster, way more frags. It was a pretty action-packed game, and it seemed like a pretty easy win for you. Would you say that when the games go that way, you're sort of unbeatable on the map?
No, I mean, no one is unbeatable. I mean, if you have some bad spawns and mess up somehow, you're gonna fall in the lava. It's gonna be rough for you also. But I think I had a little better spawn at the second map there, and I succeeded to kill him in some occasions. Then he needed to be aggressive, and I think I gained a lot on that. That he needs to be on the aggressive note, and I can just time armors. And I felt like my shaft was on point today, so it was fun to play when I was in the lead. But when I was in the lead, when I'm not in the lead, it was rough because yeah, he has. It's hard to catch him. I mean, and he's, I don't know. It's the mind game. It's really hard to read him as you
Yeah,
see it in the
he
game.
seems to be a very good defensive player once one season. But all the games actually had so different characters to them. Like the first game was a very slow game, and the second and third game were kind of action packed, and then the fourth game was very close. There were moments where we on the cast thought that Lordlame could have turned it around. You were only up by 3 frags or something like that, and he was in control. Oh, and also I want to mention that one discharge that you died to.
I was waiting on that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Did he really do that?
that could have turned the game. Actually, that could have turned the game
Yeah.
around completely.
I mean, that never works. And he did it on me. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And like, I had 200, 100, perfect stack, everything. And he fucking discharged me. I was almost rage quitting. Like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah.
And he actually tried it again, by the way, late in the fourth game when the game was pretty much already over. And I was laughing because you hid in a corner and you were looking into the wall and you were like, this is not happening again.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes even if you look in the wall, like you can get discharged anyway. So I was like, it's not gonna do it twice. Then I really need to rage quit this game. But yeah, I was like shaking when it's because I saw him like jumping in the lava, like looking at me, eat this fucking shaft. But yeah, I didn't get me that time, so yeah. But I mean, it's all about the spawns also. Like if I have a good spawns and everything is going with me, it's much easier to play that game because that's what I'm used to also. And when you feel like the shaft is on point and everything, it's yeah, you have the backbone and you just do whatever you always do on that map. So
I don't know. How much did you hear, by the way, from the interview with Lordlame just before? Do you share his opinions on the format and so on, and how the tournament was?
yeah, I agree with him. I think
Yeah,
Hello? Are we losing connection?
LocKtar, are you still here? Are you with us? Did we lose the guy, dude?
I think no,
Sounds
he's still
like
there.
it.
Okay, yeah, he might come
Oh,
back.
there he goes. There he goes. That's unlucky.
He got tired from bicycling his computer, his wooden computer.
All right. While we
All
wait for
right.
Dennis to get back, or LocKtar, sorry, LocKtar to get back. BPS, give us some thoughts. What you thought about the tournament and the structure. Lordlame touched on it, and it's actually interesting, like how you think it should be run, and if there's anything that could be done better.
Yeah, I think it was nice as well. Very well run by Link primarily. Initially, he was pasting a lot of spreadsheet screenshots from his Excel documents. We later ported that to the wiki, more streamlined. But I mean, he was really giving out the schedules and everything, so it went smoothly. But I agree with Lordlame there that it should be held shorter, like 4 weeks tops.
So a
Also,
shorter tournament, yeah.
yeah, definitely, and also bronze games should be played before the grand final.
Yeah, that is something that I, as a bystander, would agree with. I think a bronze game, a third place game, leading up to the finals is always the best thing. If you can do it on the same day, even that would be even more amazing. So you can cast the bronze game first and then hype it up for the finals. That would be. Welcome back, LocKtar.
thank you.
All right. So about how the tournament is run, you agreed with Lord Lame. Do you also think that it should be like a little bit shorter time?
Because if it's too prolonged, you get a little bit lose the motivation. Maybe yeah, it's at least I felt like this format like in the end when it was everyone played everyone, and it's I think it's better if we have the quarterfinal and the semi-final and the final in the end. I think that it's much.
So you want like a regular bracket, like the old time brackets?
Yeah, just yeah, I think that's much better. So it doesn't go
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
long with all
Okay.
the tournament.
I mean, I definitely appreciate the experimentation from Link and everybody else involved. I think it's cool to try different things, but I also do agree, especially when it comes to the last 5 6 players, that it should definitely be like a bronze game and then the finals and so on. I think that is important for the hype of the tournament. But with that being said, Link has done an amazing job getting the tournament together, and of course, with the help of probably BPS and everybody else involved. I'm not actually sure.
Lordlame has been running a lot as well.
Oh, really? There you go. So running a
Yeah,
tournament, finishing second, that's pretty impressive.
not too bad. Yes. No. Well, Link does most of the hard work. I just give out to people and just tell them to get their games played. But he would have done the majority of the work. So thanks very much to Link and his idea as well.
Yes, good job, Link.
And
I think,
LocKtar,
yeah.
did you hear the next one map tournament is going to be played on the Christmas tree? So what's your expectations on that?
Well, I like to stand on the Christmas tree so I can be the star of the game, so to say. So I kind of
Ooh,
like it.
Ooh.
Ooh,
nice, nice, nice.
Do you know what is on top of that tree in Quake?
well, me.
There's an item there.
Hmm. I don't know. Quad, maybe?
Let's see what Twitch chats bets on.
But to not let this interview go completely crazy, I was also going to ask you, Dennis. Sorry, LocKtar. I'm so used to calling you. Um, I was going to ask you about that little trick walk from the quad stairs on dm4. So when you walk and you don't make the falling sound, and you get down to the SNG area, you fell for that trick many times when Lord Lame did it today.
Did I?
Yeah, you did so many times, and we were actually praising him because you looked very confused, and you were firing up towards like towards up towards the upper teleporter, and he was essentially just looking at you, pretty much giggling at you.
Okay, so
Oh, what?
you tell me that first he discharged me, then he make a fool, sound fool on me. So what more did he? I really need to check these replays. I think this is starting to get a
You
bit
can watch
embarrassing.
you can watch the cast afterwards, because
I
I
will.
actually
I
I went
will.
pretty crazy because he did it like multiple times every single game, and it was only the last game that you didn't really, and it was pretty amazing to see, because like I told Lord Lame as well, pretty much every good Quaker knows how to do the trick and how to do it without falling down into the lava, but not a lot of people utilize it and actually use it in important games. But Lord Lame did multiple times, and that impressed me so much. And he actually caught you off guard, and
Yeah.
that's what I want to get to, because like, is that like, are you? Is it just that you're not used to playing against that?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if I got fooled by it, it's hard to know how to react to it because had no idea that he even did it. So I need to check the demo afterwards. And see.
I learned it. I actually learned it from you. That's what's so funny about it. It's where you walk off the stairs beside GL, you just don't make any sound.
Yeah,
So I went in. I caught you a few times in the ammo room, but I'm pretty sure it was you that used to do it to me all the time. So it's a
Okay.
nice turn of the tables.
Huh. Is that so?
It is such an amazing trick, actually, and I've seen Recall use it a couple of times in big tournaments, but most of the time people play the safe route and they don't really do. But
Yeah.
I was very impressed that Lord Lame did it, and it actually worked against someone like LocKtar, which is
Yeah,
pro tips for anyone else playing LocKtar. Just do that.
yeah, but it's very risky also. I mean, if you miss that walk and you can end up in the lava instead, and in a final game, it's you have to have some nerves to do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. We were actually talking about that as well. Like one misstep and you're in the lava, and even if you pick up the LG ammo, you already give it away anyway. So
Yeah.
it is a very hard trick to do, but it really worked against you. But okay, so to get back to the what was your thoughts about the last game? Because that was, to us at least, the most exciting game because it was so close. It had the discharge, it had like it was a 15-12 frag difference, like it was a 3 frag difference, and it could have gone either way, and I was kind of rooting for Lordlame because I wanted to see a decider. How did you
Yeah.
feel about the last game? Like, because it looked pretty nervous from both sides actually.
Yeah, I think I got the better spawn there, and I felt like secure with everything. And I think I had quite a big lead, like to 9-2 or something like that. And I think I got a little bit sloppy because I thought he was almost giving up there. But slowly he gained some frags and did some really nice comebacks. And from nowhere it was like 2-3 frags lead for me, and it was 3 minutes left, and that is not much to work with. So I really, really need to start focusing again there. So and yeah, it was a really tight game. So I mean, it is like that when you play versus really good opponents. You cannot relax just a little second even. It's yeah,
It
you
might be
will lose the map.
costly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very.
All right, so to round out, we I mean we can be talking for hours about Quake because we love Quake, but to round it off a little bit, BPS, do you have any last questions before I um you know end this show?
No questions. Just happy to have you on, guys. Thanks for the show.
Thank you.
Good
And
games. Well played.
my last question is, regardless of what map comes next, are you both gonna sign up for the next?
Good question.
Once it's not Aerowalk, yes.
Oh, would you actually avoid the Arrow Walk tournament?
Oh, I wouldn't avoid. Probably, yeah. I think it would be number one. I think I'd make an awful lot of enemies on it, because I have a certain I can beat good players on it, but not great players on it, if that makes sense. So I'd probably sit that one out. But the other maps, I think I'd actually like the DM6. DM6 is one of the most hated maps, apparently, that I noticed since I came back. I think it's a great map. But I think if it was any other map apart from Airwalk, I think I would definitely sign up because I think you've got a chance. Well, I think I have a chance on those maps, not Airwalk.
I think you should sign up anyways because the only thing that could happen, maybe you don't finish second in the tournament,
That's true, yeah.
but you will still get a lot of more, I guess, practice on the map and some tournament play on the map, which is good. What about you? Regardless of map, are you signing up for the next one?
Well, I mean, you never say never, I guess. I mean, it depends on when it starts and what I'm up to at that point. But maybe, probably, if you say so.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope to see both in the next one. BPS has been very secretive on of which map it's going to be, and Link wouldn't tell me either. You know, I hope it's a good map. Anyways, I know it's not gonna be DM2 because I heard Locust was gonna sign up, so it's not gonna be DM2. So we'll
And
see.
hopefully not Xmas Tree either.
Hopefully not Xmas Tree either. Yeah, that is very true. We can't just keep watching LocKtar at the top of that fucking tree.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for the entertainment and thank you for the interview afterwards. I hope you guys enjoyed the tournament. I definitely enjoyed coming back casting. It's been a long time since I did this, so I certainly enjoyed it. It was some really good games, especially the fourth game. The last game was really good. We got to
That
see
was
we got to see a lot of tricks. We got to see a discharge. We got to see LocKtar getting discharged. That is hilarious every time.
yeah, it was stacked. So Andeh, thank you for coming on. Really nice to have you. Great
Yeah, thank you.
experience all around.
And thank you guys for the interview.
Thank you
Thank-
so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the stream, and just a shout out to Hemo Stick as well. Thanks for the earlier streams and everything else and all like that. So and to all the players as well. And on that note, well played, LocKtar. Good games. I look forward to seeing you on the server again.
Yeah, thank you. Well played. Good luck in the future.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
So BPS, should we round off the stream with any final words from our perspective?
From our sponsors.
Well, from our perspective, I mean, you can mention sponsors as well. You know, the BPS graphics and whatnot.
No, I was kidding. We have no sponsors. We do this for ourselves, trying to make the best stream possible for you. And it's very funny. And also, this was, to me at least, it was announced today. So it was like quickly like stressing together the production for this and this image as well. And also just a lucky shot to text you and that you could hop on was perfect. So no further shoutouts more than the Hemo Stick. Yeah, he's been streaming very actively all season, not only duels but also 4-on-4 in the Get Quad tournament. So he's the new guy in the streaming scene. Very much appreciate that he does what he do very well so as well.
I like that. I like that. We need more quick streamers, so that is
Yes.
greatly appreciated. I hope that LocKtar maybe picks it up soon again as well.
Yes, sadly no Morvis will be around in the background, but it's
No,
always a pleasure
that is
watching
yeah.
LocKtar play.
I think everybody agrees that we need as many quick streams as we can. So if anyone out there listening or watching, if you want to stream quick, it's only going to help us. But with
And
that said, great tournament and a very nice finals. And I don't know, maybe if you let me know, maybe I can be around to cast the bronze game.
sure,
If you want me to.
we all want you to.
Because of course that still has to be played. We have to see BPS get either third or fourth.
Yes, and it's been some scheduling issues, but it should happen maybe tomorrow, maybe any coming night here.
That is great. Just let me know when, and I will make sure to get it. With that said, I think we can round this off and I guess go to sleep and have another good Quake day tomorrow.
Yes, thank you, and guys, see you next time.
Thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.